Here is the best thing that has happened along my pottery journey. What is up, Shaping Nation? This is Nick Torres here. For those that don't know me, it is my mission to help potters discover their own unique voice and do that by giving them tips and tricks to help them get there along the way. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the best thing that has happened to my pottery and along my pottery journey. So for the longest time, I haven't been able to fire my pottery because I don't have a kiln. I don't have my own kiln, and the kiln that I typically do use is my friend, but he is doing other things and he can't always fire it all the time. So for literally months and months and months, I couldn't even fire my own pottery. But this is such a blessing in disguise, because what this allowed me to do now was it allowed me to focus on building up my skill. It helped me build up my skills to where I wanted it to be. Too many times we get stuck thinking that, we don't have the right resources, or that we just want to start selling our pottery right away. And then when we do try to start selling our pottery doesn't look that good. It just looks like everybody else's, and your skills aren't that good, so you're not able to price your pottery properly because it just looks like everybody else, and your pottery doesn't look that good. And so this is why the best thing that ever happened to me along my pottery journey, and it took me a while to realize this, was that I didn't have a kiln to fire my pottery. This is the best thing that happened because it literally made me grow my skills. That's all it made me do. Every single day, or at least every single day I was in the studio, I would make something and I would literally break it. Like, I would throw something on the wheel and then I would check it, see if it was good, and then I would break it pretty much, because I didn't have the money to buy clay, and I also didn't have anywhere to fire this pottery. So every single time I would just pretty much recycle the clay over and over and over again. Like, I may keep it for a while thinking that I may keep it for the long run, but then every single time I made something, my skills got better and better and better. But that happened because I threw away so much pottery. I threw away so much pottery and I recycled it over and over and over again. And I just got into that state of just making and making and making and making and growing my skills, improving by a little bit at each time, and improving and improving and improving and improving. But that wouldn't have happened if I had a kiln. Now, I'm not saying a kiln is a bad thing. We all need a kiln if we are going to make pottery. I'm just saying that because I didn't have a kiln, it allowed me to focus on just making my pottery look better each time. And that wouldn't have happened if I had a kiln. Because I didn't have a kiln, I literally had to come up with creative ways to start making pottery. I started doing raku. I started sculpting my pottery. I started doing different things because I couldn't fire my pottery. And because of that, I got to gain so many new skills along my journey. And you could do the same thing as well. You can even do this with a kiln. So let's break it down a little bit. So let's say you are able to sell your pottery right now. That is something that you are able to do. When you have a kiln, and you can fire it pretty much whenever you want. That is perfect. So here's what you could do to help you build up your skills a little bit more. So instead of firing it all the time or keeping every single piece, try only keeping about maybe half the pieces, and then the other half is for you to experiment with and to throw away and to fail and to improve your skills. That way you're not always just making something and putting it in the kiln, because we have to analyze, we have to self-edit our pottery in order to get better. And we have to spend time making time to practice. We have to practice our pottery if we want to get better. And that's why I still think that not having a kiln right now for me has been the best thing for my pottery growth. And because my skills have grown, my pottery just looks that much better. And I want to emphasize that to you guys, that the more you practice and the more you make your pottery, the better everything will be for you in the long run. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.